Welcome back. We're in the middle of a fight. I think I'm streaming. I don't know. Okay. Uh, so we left last session with a number of effects in place. I'm not terribly focused on all of that. What I am focused on is it is Rain's turn, and you can do whatever you want.
I am going to rush up and jump on the bird.
That's a good plan. It's currently airborne though.
Oh,
Yeah, so just to make sure we understand elevations, let me reset that real quick. So it's 60 feet up. It just moved away from people. Remember, they got the opportunity attacks. So it's about 60 feet up. It hasn't been able to make it all the way up to the storm above. The last thing that happened is it used a legendary action to throw its weight down, causing old boy Chad to fall off, and he shot some arrows up, and then on his initiative, like finished the shooting because he featherfalled, and then bolted off to the side, and then it kind of went through the rest of the cycle, which would have gone down through. I think Tom just cast a spell, Aura of Vitality, and who was else is on the last there of the initiative? Oh, Andres. I don't remember what your initiative count involved, but I think you're
you tried to like sunbeam or
yeah, no. He
Yeah.
he sunbeam last initiative. He's all concentrating on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think.
took off Far Step and then I casted Sunbeam from the Dust Crusher or Sun Crusher.
I felt like that
Amazing.
happened early, or you were readying to
Mhm.
do that,
Yeah.
and then you went. Okay, cool. So we're on rain is the main point. It's 60 feet skyward. It appears to be heading up into the heavens, and then Andres is below it on ground level. And so Zohar is about 20 feet up because Zohar, when it went to ground, flew in and attacked it. Then when it escaped, Zohar made an opportunity attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Now I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Okay, so let me double check something before I ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it says on the rumor flying, I can speak the command word and it'll hover beneath me and can be ridden. It has a flying speed of 50 feet.
Okay.
Okay. So I would like to speak the command word for my broom and
Yep.
have it fly me up 50 feet.
So you're 50 feet. Its elevation is 60, so you're right
Yep.
below it.
And then
10
I'm
feet.
going to use my acid breath as an action because of my Chiron's ooze
Okay.
and shoot acid breath at it. It's a DC 15 dex save. It's probably got it, but just in case.
What's this dexterity saving throw?
DC 15 dex save.
All right. Not the greatest. DC 15, you said?
Yep.
I passed.
Yeah. So it gets half of it. Oh, is it slash R?
Yeah, slash R.
Slash R, yeah.
Okay, so half of 36 would be
18.
18.
yeah.
Good
My
job,
brain
John.
is bad.
I'm getting better.
All right.
Um,
We'll forget about the 37 thing yesterday. It's okay.
so command word broom. I was right the first time, and you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Sometimes
You
that's all that
second
matters.
Test yourself. Yeah.
Broom underneath, fly up, spit the breath upwards. Anything else from you, Brent?
Let me double check something here, just in case I can do something else, because I've never played a rogue.
Was it a bonus action to do that or an action?
It was an action to use the breath, I think.
Damn.
Let me double check here. Yeah, as an action, it's the breath, and then the broom wasn't anything.
It's just spoken. Yeah.
Yeah. So the cunning actions I can do are dash, disengage, and hide. I can't hide. I'm flying in the sky with it. So
How
I guess
skinny are you?
I'll,
Might be able to hide behind the broom.
I don't think I'm that skinny.
Okay.
Is it an action to try to mount the bird or no?
Well, you're 10 feet below it, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could bonus action dash up to it with my broom speed because of cunning
Yeah.
action. Okay, I'll
But you
try to do
wouldn't.
that.
You wouldn't be, or you as a part of your movement, you can try to mount it. I'm gonna say that if you're not just remaining on your broom and kind of keeping it pace with it, you're gonna have to dismount the broom to get onto the bird. If you're wanting to like catch onto the bird, or you can attempt to grapple the bird, but it is much larger than you. And
Yeah.
That's a
I'll
Florida
just-
man move.
I'll just
You're up
try. Then I'll just use the dash, and I'll get. Let's see. So I have another 50 feet, so I'll go 40 feet up. So I'll be a little bit above it.
okay, are you wanting to try and cut off its route, or are you just kind of getting to the same?
I'm
distance?
trying to get in its path. That way, if it flies past me, I can try to hit it.
Understood. All right, rain's done. Zohar, you are up and still with a fly speed, so feel free
Okay, I
to.
don't. I think I was 30 up, and it's 60 up, right?
Correct. Yeah. Well, no, sorry. You're 20 up because you flew right directly onto the
Okay.
top of it with your
And
last.
right
turn.
now it's 60 up.
Yeah, so you can fly 40 up to get to its underbelly.
All right, let's do that, and then I'm going to use my second wind. To gain hardly any. So 3 plus 15 is 18.
Okay, that's not bad. I understand it's mostly the 15, but it's
Yeah.
still not bad.
Okay. And then I'm going to use. Okay, so if I use my action surge, will I be able to hit it again 3 times?
So how it works, if you still have an action surge, because I know you used one
Uh-huh.
last time. Do you have
Did I
2?
use it?
Yeah.
No, I only had 1.
Yeah, you already used your action surge.
I don't like that.
But how it worked
Okay.
last time is you get to attack twice, so you would attack 6 times total. Because it'd be
Right.
extra attack, and then new action, extra attack. But yeah, you already used it.
Okay, so I attack once and then my 2 extra attacks. Okay, so we attack. 27 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 bludgeoning. We attack. 22 hit.
Yep.
12 bludgeoning.
Attack.
25 hit.
Oh, you bet.
11 bludgeoning.
All right. You kind of
And that's my turn.
fly up underneath it. It's kind of like pushing its wings down, coming upwards. Its attention seems to be skyward, so you kind of move up, smash into its belly, and it kind of twists in the air. It seems to kind of maneuver its body so that its head kind of points down towards you, and its wings are kind of down and cradled around you in that moment. Socks.
How dare you?
I said what I said.
You did. You said it's 60 in the air
Yeah, it's currently 60 in the air.
still? Okay. We're gonna move a little closer. And I have the fireball necklace. I would like to launch a fireball at it, but I didn't put that spell. I'm just gonna grab it real quick from. Sorry.
No worries.
Was it 1/3 level fireball?
No, it's necklace has 1d6 plus 3 beads hanging from it. You can use an action to detach a bead and throw it up to 60 feet away. When it reaches its trajectory, the bead detonates.
4.
Okay, dope.
4?
Yeah, D6 will be 4.
Oh, okay.
Number of beads.
Yeah. Gotcha. Hold on. I had it as a pop out.
I think I mentioned it like a million years ago when you guys were doing the initial building of these characters, but I said that anything that has like a random generation,
Yeah,
be it wand or whatever, just take average +1 or middle +1.
right.
Oh, don't
Okay.
forget the devastation orb.
Oh, I know. It's 4 more turns.
Okay, gotcha.
He's ready to launch that nuke.
27 hit?
Uh,
Or, wait,
so the
that's a
DC
dex save.
for the one or for the it is
Fireballs.
It should say on the item.
It doesn't, so let me go to fireball real quick.
It does. DC 15.
Oh, it
Okay.
doesn't say there.
Yep, it's right at the bottom of the first paragraph. Dex 15. Failure. So 27 fire damage. And
Yep.
let me double check. No, that was this creature. That was the Hydra.
And
The Hydra was immune to fire damage. No, it was immune to acid damage. My brain's dumb.
yeah. Since I have hold on, where is it? There's so many things. I have the second attack. Does
Mhm.
that
No, so you
extra
use
attack? Okay,
you use
because
your
it's
action to use
Yeah.
the item.
all right. Then that's all my turn.
Cool. It goes to Tom.
Who looks hurt at this point before I do my action? Because I can heal as a bonus action from the aura.
I'll be honest, everybody looks relatively good except for slight damage on Rain.
Yeah, it's a bonus action, so I will go ahead and get.
What's the aura's radius? 30?
It's a 30-foot radius, so I'm not sure where.
He's
each
100
token-
feet up. So
Okay, so I will not be helping that way. I will move to here.
in that case, is a little damaged.
Yeah, I mean it's a bonus action and it's a duration anyway, so I will.
Yeah. Oh,
go ahead
and just so there's no illusions here, and I just want to make sure, Jonah, you're here, right? I did grab you, right? And you're in my claw right now.
Am I?
Or you're on it, or you're under? No, you're on the ground. I went for Chad. Chad is the one.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, my brain was checking my notes and I got confused.
Yeah, I tried to hit it with Banefire, and I think I
That's right.
missed.
That's right.
And then he was like, "Ha, no, fuck you, I'm going for Chad."
And then I grabbed Chad and flew up in the air, and then he Misty stepped out and fell, and
Yeah.
then
Like
fired
a
arrows
box.
on his turn as he reaction featherfalled and ran over there. I think, or no, monk featherfalled. But yeah,
12 hit points back to Socks, and then I'm gonna try to hit the giant bird with guiding bolt.
okay,
Guiding. Oh.
that hits.
Okay.
You just click on the word guiding bolt and
Yeah.
yep, okay.
And then
I know what it
that
does.
should-
Next
yeah,
attack
I'm just
against it.
sharing that for other folks.
Just barely missed.
So next swing has it. All right, so I guess I'm Chad.
Condolences.
Do I have a
How's this
fly
character
speed?
sheet look?
Messy. Not as messy as some, but messy. The boy is sloppy. Let's see.
If it works for him, it works for him, though.
We didn't have a fly speed with Valera, right? I don't think there was anything that was active that gave
No, I
her
don't
that.
think so.
And I'm checking her magic items. No, so she's going to snatch out the bow and take some shots. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 of them. And... oh, she can make an extra attack with a bonus action for Kansai weapons, and longbow is one of them. Okay. So then 1 more. Those will all hit. Oh no, they all have disadvantage. Even so, they all hit. So 1, 2, and 3. Pretty solid grouping. 27. And then
Didn't he have something that gave him bonus damage for using a Kensai weapon? Or is that only with key points?
checking.
When he uses key points.
Checking.
I think it was like Deft Strike or
Death
something?
strike. Yeah, I spent a key point to do extra damage.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Never mind.
All right. Next up is Andres.
Okay. It's still within 60 feet?
It's 60 feet off the ground, which means it's 55 feet, for lack of a better kind of mathematic, above you.
Alright, close enough. We're gonna do Sunbeam!
Okay. Saving throw DC is,
16.
and it's con.
1 second. It is
I'm so sorry, buddy.
con. Fuck.
Oh,
All right, I'm just gonna roll half damage. Here we go.
It really
Half.
did not give a fuck.
not
Really
at
didn't,
all.
but- All right, half of 24, not the necrotic.
Just a heads up, it needs to roll a 2. The only way it fails that saving throw. And it's funny, because mathematically, like numerically, it would not fail. Because a 1
Yeah.
plus 15 is 16, which is the
Yep.
DC. But one's auto fail, so, that's the only thing. It's just I get to
All
20.
right, here's for hoping for that one. Yeah, so 24 half.
It's a 5% chance. So you're saying I have a chance.
Have a chance.
It's true.
Damage. Andreas done, right?
Yes.
Rain.
The bird hasn't had a
The
turn.
bird hasn't gone. Why is its token not
I
on
think
the
the
board?
bird was 24, but the token got deleted.
No,
Yeah.
but I added it.
I saw it earlier, but it
Yeah, I
was
saw
blank.
24, but it was blank, and then when it went to it, it skipped it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
Must
didn't think
be
nothing
dead.
of it on that.
It must have been murdered.
real quick, how I'll do it. That's super weird because I added it again and it somehow got knocked off of the turn counter. I specifically. That's freaking strange, and I went a whole turn without even realizing it. Okay, great DMing right here. So what I'm going to do.
Brain.exe is buffering. It's
What I'm going to do to mitigate it and kind of make it fair on my end versus not so much on yours because murder, I'm going to take an extra action during this turn. And I'm going to add 2 legendary actions during this next cycle.
You have to?
I don't
I
know
do.
that that's fair.
Okay.
I'm actually subtracting action economy on my end, so it's more beneficial for you, but it's not a complete wash for me. So I am going to murder Zohar with 2 attacks or 2 actions filled with attacks. So it's going to be beak, talons. Your AC is what, 27?
29.
29? Okay.
Oh, hey.
First one hits, second one hits, third one misses, fourth one misses, fifth one misses, sixth one misses.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
wait. Because we're going to use a reaction.
On the first one, shield. Yep. So you'll block
So
the first
that's-
one, the second one will hit.
I'm at 34.
Correct. 35 still hits.
Correct. Okay.
That's good, though.
So 34 piercing damage.
That's not good.
What do you mean that's not good? Watch this.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you understand? Do you understand what would have happened if he was if
that's
Zohar
fair.
was
That's
not
fair.
the absolute muscle machine of armor that he is?
Ooh, that 36 plus
He would have
16.
turned into Avran
36.
when he fucked with
Yeah.
them dwarves.
Look, he's a motherfucking muscle queen. You don't fuck with a motherfucking muscle queen, bitch.
Steel plated, ready to block. You know who isn't?
Minus what? How much damage am I taking?
35.
34.
34, sorry, thank you. You know who doesn't have as high an AC and isn't stack plating the AC? Fucking
Avran.
Avran, who said, I'm going to try and be a barbarian. The wrong thing to do as a paladin. So
I
that's,
mean, it fits Avran's suicidal nature. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
that's both of its
I
actions.
feel-
Everyone
I
doesn't
feel
eat his
so
spinach,
attacked.
though.
I feel so attacked right now.
That's both of its actions. To give you kind of a display visually real quick of how that works. Its beak flies at you very quickly twice, and the claws kind of rake at you. The last 2 rakes, they kind of grab at you and kind of pull, and it kind of flies away from you, so you'll get an opportunity attack. But it's almost like as you're watching from below, what you're seeing Zohar do is kind of move, catch, and kind of like flying around like Dragon Ball style, very quickly kind of dashing aside and blocking the hits. The one beak that hits in the second kind of pierces through the shield, breaking it skyward, and then like he's kind of moving around, blocking all of the shots. And then it thinks it gets a hold of him because it's too big not to notice. It's like not expecting this level of just jauntiness, and it flies away straight up towards Rain. Opportunity attack from Zohar.
27 hit.
That hits. Damage.
17.
Kind of smack it right in the foot, and it kind of and continues.
I've been trying to hit it in the foot this whole time.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
It flies up. It's actually going to get elevation on you, Rain, so it's going to be above you. It's still adjacent to you, but like for dramatic purposes, the camera angle shifts to directly behind you, the sky, the storm above, and then this massive black bird just flies into this shot, like up above you, wings kind of encapsulating you.
I think I like playing a fighter now.
They're pretty fucking cool.
Rune
did you
Knight
do with
Fighter is
Shijo?
amazing.
Who
Rune
are
Knight
you?
Fighter is amazing.
It's kind of fun.
The fuck?
You don't have to talk. You don't have to do anything but hit stuff and not get hit by stuff. so hard.
Most
it's my
fabulous
turn?
fighter
sorry.
in all the land.
How did that happen?
What?
What?
You put the bird in and then went with the bird's turn.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I took the bird's initiative high, so I'm gonna actually just replace it there. So Rain, you're up.
Yes. Okay, and it's still like, so technically it's adjacent so I can attack it?
Yes.
Okay. And then I'm going to sacrifice my bonus action to get advantage.
Mhm.
When I have advantage, I can sneak attack, correct? Or
Correct.
I gain sneak attack with advantage? Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet.
If you attack a target with a weapon that is
Does a
light,
19 hit?
it hits.
Nice. So it does 32 sneak, 9 piercing, and 18 poison. So that's 49? No, 59.
Okay.
59 damage.
Narratively, if you'd like to try and describe what happens here, you do actually get the killing blow here. If not, I have a pretty good idea description-wise. But if you want to go ahead and throw out some creative
I'm not
juices
good
on-
at that, so you got this.
The bird flies up, kind of creating this like shadow around Rain, and you kind of see it kind of twist the dagger into an ice pick grip and jump forward, kind of leaping onto its beak and skull. You impale the dagger directly underneath the point in the beak and skull, like where it's kind of fused, and you hear kind of like a sickening crunch as you kind of press down into it. You look at it for a second, and you realize that the sky behind it is quickly moving beneath you. I need Zohar and Andres to make dexterity saving throws. Yeah, I'm gonna drop a fucking bird on you.
That's mean.
Jerks.
Dexterity?
Yeah.
Shit. Ooh, can I roll athletics to try and catch it?
What's your strength score?
18.
No.
I mean,
Okay.
you,
I'd
He
be
could-
impressed.
he could make a roll and catch it,
You know
and
what?
then
With that,
crush.
You
with
can catch a feather.
with that dexterity saving throw, I'll say that's what you tried to do.
Okay.
So, Zohar, you kind of
I,
Catch it with your
John-
body.
Mhm.
John, did I fail mine?
No. So as you kind of like are done with the blocking, it flies away, and you kind of angrily look up at it. The next second, you hear the snap of the dagger into its head, and then see it just kind of moving backwards and away. Realizing that Brain's probably still on top of it, and you know it should be fine. Pretty agile fellow. You kind of just shift to the side. The shield's kind of fading away, kind of buffers you against the hit. It continues to fall, and Andres. It smashes you. It was 60,
Oh no.
100 feet up, so it was like right at where the storm started, like right
Nice.
before it started, because you cut it off. Then it would be falling a total of 80 feet.
I'll catch it.
Sounds
Dude,
like.
you just got hit by a fucking bird meteor.
Yeah.
I'll catch it. I'll catch it.
I'll catch it with
So-
my body.
Roll 8d20.
Oh, yeah.
Brent,
it
you
to me.
fucking assassinated that shit.
Oh,
It was so good.
I
Give
also
it-
forgot that my dagger's on fire, so I had to add fire damage.
Oh,
Did
that'll give me a good descriptive text here.
Easy.
It is a bird
Damn,
meteor.
I didn't do a
Fucking on
lot.
fire.
The bird slams down onto Andres, who was kind of towards the edge of it. So when he gets smashed underneath of it, he kind of impales into the snow a bit, but you can still see his top half, like up like this. His arms kind of underneath it in this kind of catching catching posture. But those of you who watched it falling, it kind of like started to spin towards the end of its fall, and on top of it, riding the head, which stayed the highest point the whole time, was this trail of green and red, fire and poison, and rain on top of it, just like guiding it down into the ground. As it hits, Rain, you have evasion, but you do need to make a dexterity saving throw. It's still a fall on an impact.
31.
Yeah, you hit, and as the head pops
Cortina.
down for a second, you recognize that it's kind of going to pop back up, and that's where the pain would be. So you kind of twist the blade, pull upwards, and use the spring motion of its head basically snapping to fly off of it, land in the snow next to Zekis and Isaiah.
Brand, you have missed your calling as a rogue
and-
this whole
Yeah.
time.
The
You're a
broom,
badass.
the broom in your hand.
Perfection.
Immediately after, the bird laying there dead has kind of like a forlorn look on its face as it's kind of looking out towards the others, like a very saddened look on its face. Its tongue's kind of lolling in its mouth, and its eyes, you can see, are kind of like just filled with sorrow and sadness. And you can see that there's like not only blood running from its beak, but also kind of crystallizing shards of ice around the eyes.
Well,
Are
if
you-
it didn't
are you
attack
saying we're
us
monsters?
first.
Nope.
Is Andres like right there in its face?
No, you're underneath it.
Oh, okay.
Staring into its eyes.
I want to move to its head so I can stare at it as it dies, and then just like pat it on the head and just be like, "I'm sorry."
It's very
You
much
attacked
dead.
us first.
It's very much dead before you get out from underneath it.
Fuck.
While this is going on, I don't want to waste time if it's not necessary, John, but should I roll? I think I've got 6 more rounds of Aura of Vitality to top people off, or are we done with this?
This party's finished. Yeah. So I will get into the narrative beats of how that happens. So once you've kind of concluded this fight, you exit as you did with the Hydra and enter back into Mundi proper. Upon doing so, you will note that the Archfey and the Warden are not present. It's
Oh, shit.
quiet and still. But who was it that sat in the chair? It was Rain.
It was
right?
rain. Yep.
It was rain.
You would be aware that while you were sitting in the seat, you have the ability to kind of open up the throne or open up the cells for once they were emptied. Open up the thrones for taking new prisoners once they were sent here. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right. Cool. And doing that, we'll go ahead and shift gears. The one thing I will ask before we do move, immediately after the fight, are there any interested parties in swapping your character here to your character on the other side?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not sure yet.
Well, it's now or never.
Fuck.
Like it's like this is the time where it'd be kind of like a free thing to do. You can use it as an action at a later point, go nuts. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to do like a freebie, you can do so here. But
Well, are we healed up or are we still injured? If we were injured
if
after we came out of the thing,
Tom was tossing some healing, he said.
Well, that was in the
Yeah, that's
prison,
fine.
not
You
on
can-
the other
you
side.
you can have done it.
Yeah. I think he was asking about the party that's in the...
As it was before they
Yeah.
we switched.
Mm.
because I would kind of like to switch my character to Rain in the thing, but Rain was the one that sat in the seat, so I don't know if anybody can sit in the seat and control it, or if it has to be Rain.
I don't
That's
know.
a good question.
It can be whoever.
It could be whoever. All right. I would like to switch Rain then, because don't get me wrong, I love Rot, I really do, but his summons really don't do a lot, and he's all kinds of blocked by like resistances. So.
So
You know what?
I will say that you'll probably be able to top off his hit points to full with the Aura Vitality and
Yeah.
healing from Isaiah. No problem.
If Rot is leaving, do we want me to swap Isaiah over so that we have healing? I know that Rot wasn't particularly healing specialized, and we have a couple of paladins, but
I got healing.
I'll stay with Pirlin then,
Okay.
unless
I
things
will
get real bad.
stay. I will stay with Felia.
Okay. So focusing in on the other party, and we're kind of doing this in a bit more of a theater of the mind process here, because the idea of trying to form maps of the chaos of this hell was Something I wasn't really interested in doing. So as we discussed, there is a very massive island covered with things. You've taken a bit of a rest. So if you have any short resting you want to do, that is with new transplants or old people who linger, feel free to do so. And if you had any abilities you utilized during the fight with the demons out front, you can go ahead and recover short rest abilities as well. But staring,
I have that.
you have what?
I have Song of Rest.
Song
if
of
we're
Rest.
doing a short rest.
Yeah.
For Felia.
But barring that, it's kind of a situation where Donovan is very much interested in pressing on. He understands that the other group is making great time compared to what we've been able to do. But we have now made it onto the island of Balro.
Yes.
The thing that you would note that is confusing for such a massive fortification that you know is typically inhabited with goblins is that there are very few signs of life, demonic or otherwise, on the island.
Spooky.
Very strange, very strange. Oh, also, while we were on the rest, I have a bottle of Boundless coffee, so I poured coffee out for people if they wanted it.
Awesome.
There's nothing but, flavor.
I thought you couldn't pour the coffee.
Can you not?
No, I think you can only drink it. Drink from the...
Well, then he passes it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been, and you've taken a rest in eyesight of the structure, so you are aware that it's not just a circumstance of them having changed in recent moments, maybe because of your approach. No, it appears that for the entire time that you've seen the island, and also for your approach to closer to it, there are no signs of life. You are aware, through your knowledge rolls from before, that there is a centerpiece to this island. The goblins of Balro worship this club, this great massive club that is said to be filled with the spirits of anyone who's wielded it.
Yes.
And that's in the center of the island.
Yeah.
That we're looking at.
Correct.
Interesting. Is this something that we would like to go after? Looking at the team.
Donovan says it's not that I'm seeking. It's the demon general that escaped into this place and has been sending cultists out to cause problems in Mudus. I'm honor-bound to ensure the safety of the people in the kingdom, and I am hopeful that we can bring this fiend to justice.
Understood.
Donovan, the demon is here, yeah?
I feel that is so, yes. I can't get... My sense is a little dulled here, but I have a good feeling that it is within, somewhere within. As you kind of sit there lingering, thinking about how you're going to approach it, the entirety of the island begins to rumble.
Oh, shit. I actually have a spell that might help us.
The quaking is dull at first, but it seems like it's kind of radiating from the center of the island. There are places nearby that could be considered cover. There's also means for you to kind of retreat and escape off of the island onto one of the small partitions. There are a couple of options here in this kind of initial positioning. But I do want to kind of, as the rumbling grows in intensity, what you plan on doing in response.
We're under the effect, or we're under the assumption that no one is on the island, right?
Correct.
So, me being trained in Arcana, would it would your spell, this spell, Aria of Revelation, would that assist us at any in any type of way here? Or would it be like a waste of a spell slot? By the way, guys, Magical Archives by John Dupree.
Hell yeah.
So,
But-
I will state, due to the nature of the elemental plane of chaos, the ethereal plane doesn't really linger close by like it does the material plane. So there really isn't anything to see in the ghost beyond. There's no ethereal plane that would be seen.
Okay.
But the first crux of it, being able to see things more clearly while they're in your aura, that is beneficial.
Okay.
So anything in the aura, anything that is in your aura when you create the aria of revelation will be seen. So like any secret doors, any hidden objects, any invisible assailants, etc.
Okay.
But they have to be within the aura.
Correct.
I'm assuming I'm not going to have any kind of idea of what's going on despite training in the realm and the demons and everything else. Or
So I mean, like, these kind of quakes probably aren't uncommon in the plane of wrath. Like, it's definitely a very hateful place, and it's not just the
like my heart. Sorry.
it's not just the people who linger therein. It's the plane itself.
Sure.
I'll
probably. I assume with all the rubble and just kind of general chaos, there's probably somewhere nearby that I can take cover and try to hide and knock an arrow just in case this dumps something out for
absolutely
an ambush or whatever.
And then we've got the casting of Aria of Revelation. Nothing is revealed, by the way, in that, or if you do cast that, you duck.
I wasn't going to cast it yet. I was going to wait until we get closer to the,
I've given you
center.
I've given you two.
You give me, so I have to cast it. Okay.
No. It's okay. I'm fine with
sure?
it. It's not a problem. I promise. Okay. I assure you that the revelation I'm about to make is much.
You don't need a spell for it.
All right. Brent, Shisho, Elizabeth, is there anything that you're wanting to do in response to the shaking and kind of the prep that seems to be going into it with others?
Marine will just turn invisible with his ring of invisibility and pull his dagger out to be ready in case something jumps on us.
No, I already just generally have that. I think just readying to fight if something comes, not knowing if it's something that's rumbling it or if it's a general quake.
Okay. So after a fashion, some of the kind of oh, sorry, Shijo, sorry, you're muted. Still muted. Better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's the bonk fighter hit with a sword?
Hadrian Damokos is the character that Chad was playing, Paladin fight.
Can I give?
Aria.
I kind of want to Aria.
Elizabeth, yeah.
Paladin too.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Aria. I think.
Thank you, because I don't want to have to worry about
doing chat stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as fun. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this for Aria. Wait, 1 hour. Let's do it.
Holy weapon.
So, with your permission, Aria. Wait, did I have an accent? I don't remember anymore. So,
you can be whoever you want to be.
With your permission, Aria. Did my sister have an accent? No. Okay.
I'm too lazy for that.
Oh, okay. With your permission, Aria, I would like to place a blessing upon your blade.
Absolutely.
So you got it.
The only accent I know is Harrigan Prick. The only accent. Oh, I love you, Tom.
I figured I got you.
I mean, but the only accent I know is the best, coolest guy that's ever been.
Thank you. Who has a very great green screen.
The best green screen.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? Also a good accent. As you kind of make these preparations, the islands on the exterior, the things that have kind of bolted to or chained to the edges of Balro, start to break off violently, like in sudden eruptions. And the center core, which, as I mentioned, looking at it from the side, kind of has like an almost like reverse mountain. Like there's a mountain on the bottom and a mountain on the top, and kind of like a flat disc around, is how the island works. Looking at it from your vantage point on the saucer, you would see that the center portion, the core, starts to break inwards, like the top of the mountain was being pulled inwards by something inside. The violent cracking then dramatically and very hastily becomes apparent that this is catastrophic levels of destruction that shouldn't be present. And what you see happen in front of you is the thing of legends. The mountain breaks open, rocks flying skywards, the ground at your feet tilting backwards and away from it, and pulling up out of the mountain is a massive worm-like creature. Its mouth threefold. In its center mouth, there appears to be a woman set as the tongue, pink flesh, and two faces twisted in agony. Held in that woman's hand is a small goblin creature. You watch as hundreds of other goblins claw at the creature as it rises skyward. Some of those goblins burning as they touch these barbs on the sides of the worm that seem to be superheated and burning like the sun. You also watch the eruption seems to force out something that very quickly becomes brilliant kind of red and orange in the sky and then starts growing in intensity as it seems to be falling in your direction. The massive worm-like creature closes its three mouths. The goblin in its grasp, in the tongue's grasp, disappears, and the worm continues to ascend skyward, slithering through the air as easily as a worm would slither through the earth. The fiery red thing that falls as it's coming towards you very quickly becomes identifiable as some sort of large demon creature. And as it strikes the ground, everyone realizes that the ground that it's hitting is already splintering. Donovan, confused as to what to do, looks back to the path that you came on. It is gone. The island breaks. The demon hits the ground and begins to stir as everything falls, flies, moves away, and you are all basically cordoned into this falling state, or twistingly kind of flying away from the center of the island state in close proximity to the demon. 1 second here.
Well,
I should have stayed in rain. Or rot.
That motherfucking worm.
While you're working on that, John, I do have one follow-up question. As per usual, why are you the way that you are?
I really should have stayed rot.
No.
I could have astral shifted us out of here.
This was also partly Jonah as well.
Oh, yeah. Tom, you can't pin all of this on Jonathan today.
I can ask the question a second time. Jonah, why are you the way that you are?
No. You know who else you can ask? You can ask Jisho. Because Jisho was the one who just Jisho and Chris were the ones who just did this.
Gijo,
it was all
Chris,
Gijo and Chris's
why
fault.
are you all the way that all of you
oh,
are?
shit!
I
was like,
the pink tongue woman with the twisted two faces. That
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, that
Just-
worm. I don't know her, but I do
You
know
her.
Damn her.
Miss Mams. Miss Mams.
Miss Mams. Oh no.
That do be you though.
Can I just get a clarification?
Sure.
Barrow was being held?
I didn't say it was Balro. I said a goblin was being held by the woman
held.
in the tongue,
gotcha.
and then the mouths closed.
Worst ways to go, my man.
Gotcha. I mean, he lived his life just as he lived in death.
I guarantee you that was not him. He's been dead for a very long time.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's his effigy.
It's his son.
It's my boys. My boys.
His son of son of son of son.
Real quick,
His son, son.
I have yet.
son.
I have yet to draw her, but anybody who is anybody becomes aware of what that was.
We love it.
This
shit.
So then we also have to ask Chris, why are you the way that you are?
I can ask that question all fucking night, man.
The Lady of the Deep is technically Chris's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a whim.
Balro loves all his children.
And also Fiona's fault. Let's be honest.
Didn't
real.
Sunday game when we were playing like not Rizikyu, but Rooklyn and them? Didn't we get like an orb that was hers? Thought we did.
Yep.
I don't know what we ever did with that, but we did get it.
Poil.
So
not go after her and take her down. Apparently.
The
boxing
thing that is happening now, just so we understand, the demon in question is falling. Donovan, during its fall, realizes that its flight is not exactly functional. It's moving in a specific direction. And so are you. And for lack of a better kind of way of describing this state of movement, you're not really able to move, but you are very much able to direct yourself towards things that are not you. So if you are not starting off, basically this is how the combat's going to go. I want to make sure we understand the mechanics of it very easily.
Okay.
I'm moving us all to a random state.
Okay.
If you are not adjacent to something, you can move during your turn adjacent to something. If you are adjacent to something, you cannot move. Okay. Unless something else moves to you. Or you and the other person that you're with on your turns declare to move to it, and then whoever's later in the initiative, that's when the movement actually happens. Eventually you'll all gravity well at one point, and that's where you'll be. Adjacent, tight, no escape.
Okay. How much fall damage did it take?
Hitting the ground, quite a bit. Yeah, it's starting off wounded. It was in the middle of a fight. It's starting off wounded.
We like that.
It is a Baylor, which was clear on the mission objective. We knew that it was going to be, but we also know that it's not a regular Baylor. It's like a general.
Yeah.
So he's probably slightly cooler than just a regular ass Baylor.
Yeah, he has Daddy Dom status.
He has Daddy Dom status, yeah. And
is that a template? Can you apply that to any
It's
creature?
a Daddy Dom template, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hey.
Like you have to reach.
He actually has
level.
There's your next DM guild supplement there, John.
Fair. He has two templates. It's Daddy Dom of Legend. So it's a Daddy Dom of Legend Baylor.
God damn.
Challenge ratings plus 16.
Oh damn.
No.
So first you have to get a certain level of badassery to get Daddy Dom status,
and then you have to also try and be cool to be able to get the of Legend. Anyways,
maybe one day you'll get there, Jonah.
No, I won't.
Point is Donovan needs to be the one to kill it.
That's fine.
Okay. Initiative.
Sounds like a lot of...
What a drama queen.
Question.
No, it's not because he wants to kill it, because he's the only one that can bind it.
I hear you.
Okay.
I have alert, right? And it gives you advantage on, or not alert. Something I have gives me advantage on
You can't
initiative.
be surprised, I think,
Hang on.
with alert.
I might be dumb.
If you did you do Character Mancer or no?
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, it's my ambush master from Scout. So does it auto count that at advantage end, or do I just have to roll it twice?
Where's your dice? Throw it.
It should automatically do it. Yeah, it did.
Yep.
Okay, got
2
it.
dice, 16 and 9.
I didn't know how that worked, so I was making sure.
Anybody else?
Chad. Did you get Chad?
Oh, right.
And Donovan?
Of course, thank you. I was just making sure everybody else was on the board before I got to him, though.
My grandpappy. No, it's my grandson. My grandson.
Yeah.
Father, help. Oh no, my boy. Oh wow. Look at these fucking rolls, guys.
Perfect. Initiative's in perfect track. Rain, you're first. Again, so I just want you to understand. You are falling. You are in a state of falling. Flight does not seem to work. No movement of a magical variety besides teleportation is going to have any semblance here. If you want to gain adjacency with something, you can. You just fly to it, and that can be anything. Thinking of these things in kind of states of being, no one's adjacent to anything else until it is declared that they are adjacent to that thing. You're tumbling for eternity.
Okay. And Donovan's got to be the last one to kill it, so I want to just...
He has to be the one that
attacking.
administers the killing stroke. You can pull your punch at the end. If I say you reduce it to 0 hit points, you say, I don't want to kill it. So you don't have to be the...
Okay, so I could just go in right now and start attacking if I wanted to.
Absolutely. You're a skilled combatant. You know how to not murder something. Unless you, like, run up to it and just, like, hit it and it dies immediately, and that's probably not going to happen just based on his curve.
Gotcha.
It's
I'll also be the first one it hits, but you know what?
He's
I feel like
girthy.
that's something Rain would do. So Rain's going to fly up to the Baylor.
He's a girthy boy. Okay, so you are moving into adjacency with it. So imagining the space, just so you understand, it's kind of tumbling. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, you kind of understand how a Baylor falling looks. And you're kind of just
badass.
Using gravity, the gravity of it, to connect with it. Alright, continue.
And then I will give up my bonus action to get advantage, so I can get sneak attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Does a 21 hit?
21 does not hit.
Oh, Sag.
As you kind of fly into it and kind of lance at it, it's kind of shifting and moving, and you can see that it's wearing, a decent set of armor. Kind of bounces across the armor plating. All right. Next up, Susanna.
Okay. You see, Susanna, just sprout like these motes of light around her as a crown. So we are going to use an action to do that, and then use a bonus to fire off one of the motes.
Okay. And so...
Was a 29 hit?
Yes. As far as distances go, the assumption will always be the ranges don't need to be measured. It's in range.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
30 radiant.
Hit and damage. Cool. All right.
End of turn.
After that, it'll go to Felia.
Okay.
And the way I'm imagining it so far is Rain kind of moved in, grabbed a hold of like one of the horns, tried to stab it in the side of the neck, and kind of hit the gorget. And then as that's happening, you see Susanna kind of cross her arms, kind of falling like, perfect like position, and the crown appears on her head, and one of them flings down at it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So first question. The weapons that it's holding, I see in the splash art that it's like, I think they're handles, but they also might be a part of them. Is it like the other demons that we fought earlier?
Quick out of character note. Currently holding no weapons.
Okay, never mind. Fuck. We're just gonna do Sharp Note. I believe that's the one. Yeah, Sharp Note. We're gonna just cast a cantrip at it. 22 to hit.
22 will miss. You
Fuck, that's my turn.
Send forward the blade of force. It kind of hits against the armor and just kind of ricochets off.
Okay.
On 20 at the highest docket on the initiative, as you continue your falling, the air around you starts to warp. You start to see the strange patterning of stars start to fly in the same direction as you, and then with a sudden jerking motion, it rips into the other direction. As that happens, everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Shit. Oh, damn.
Question: Lucky. Do I take the less roll of that, or do I just re-roll again?
So you reroll again for Lucky. Lucky's a full
Sweet.
reroll.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration to get that 19.
Okay. So it looks like Elizabeth, you're good. Jijo, you're good. Everyone else. Jonah with the inspiration, you're good. But everyone else is bottomed. So what that does is, as it kind of shifts in that way, you can feel your guts kind of rise up inside of you, and this just kind of like queasy feeling of like you've been in a car that's probably like driven really fast over a speed bump or what have you, roller coaster, whatever the state is. Imagine that to the nth degree. You gained the poisoned condition. If you're immune to the poison condition, fine. And I need to roll for my two sidekicks as well here.
Joke's on you. Susanna is just dissociating. So
that's how you do it.
I'm used to this.
And then con for so we're good there too.
This is fine.
Another interesting note: as ranges are not a thing that matter due to temporal nature, everyone should have the bonuses from Paladin. So the higher of the two Paladins, you are a Paladin as well, right, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
What's your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier is 4.
So it's a 4 all around, yeah.
I'm gonna guess a 13, still not enough.
DC with 18.
Okay.
God damn.
All right. So that's the 20 at the highest. It goes to Purlin.
All right. For my turn, since this is gonna be the final big bad, presumably, I will pull out my oath bow.
Ooh.
And I will
Big guns.
make an attack and use the command phrase to make it my sworn enemy, which should counteract the poison because it gives me advantage, correct? Alright.
It'll be straight roll.
Yeah. So I shuffle around on my character sheet a bit here.
So 21 minus 3.
Yeah, so an 18 will not hit, I'm sure.
Nope. You strongly kind of shoot the arrow in. It kind of hits the armor, and you watch the arrow just kind of disappear kind of like into shards on its chest plate. Okay. On 20 some more, Donovan sweeps in as well, kind of willing himself towards the enemy. Sword out. He'll go ahead and make his 2 attacks. Misses the first one, hits with the second one. And he ignores damage immunities for fire, so he'll do the full 15. You watch as he kind of brings the blade in. First shot kind of just hits against the armor with kind of a spark, and then when he brings the second blade in, kind of catches in the shoulder. You see the fire damage actually kind of burn and wound this demon, and as it does so, it kind of wreaths itself in flame. This does not affect Donovan at all, but it will affect Rain. Rain, you started within 5 feet of the creature temporal station. Not everyone else is adjacent yet for this purpose. You take 10 points of fire damage. If there's anything that's on you that can be ignited, it ignites.
Oh shit.
And from this point moving forward, it will continue to remain wreathed in fire. Anytime you hit it with a melee attack, you will also take 10 points of fire damage. It turns towards Donovan angrily and spits something out in Infernal, and then an old Osirian yells, You bring your blood here for me to sup. And then throws its hands out to the side. A massive blade of lightning appears in one hand, and a whip of flame appears in the other. And it angrily kind of focuses in on Donovan with the weapons.
Just out of curiosity, what did it say in Infernal? Because I would like to learn some more curses.
You bring your blood here. Oh, no, the exact phrase. No, I don't know, man.
It was probably nothing at all.
Okay, because
That
I mean,
sounds right.
I speak Infernal as Pyrrhon, so if I can learn some really cool profanity, I'm all about that. So if we want to just
No, he
add
didn't
that
curse
in,
yet.
yeah.
The
He didn't
whip
curse yet, homie.
slaps into Donovan, and kind of he's already kind of close, but kind of keeps him tightly close to him. And then as he brings the sword in, Donovan kind of twists Riscaro about and catches it and blocks it in a kind of tight block. He doesn't seem to care. The longsword's made out of fire. No, the whip's made out of fire. The longsword's made out of lightning. I did it right. Anywho, it was
Nice.
different in older editions. But the point is he doesn't take damage from the sword. He takes damage from the whip. But he doesn't seem to be harmed by the fire aspect of it.
Just the whip aspect of it.
Yeah, the yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, that is it for the Baylor. It goes to Arya.
Right. I was gonna try and use the entropic energy and send an explosive charge at it.
Okay, go ahead and click the feature so I can read it. I know I wrote it, but
Yeah, it's kind of long.
I've wrote a lot of things since then.
Yeah.
It's true.
So it's the explosive charge. You can hurl orbs of destructive energy.
Ooh.
Okay, so you'll make a spell attack with this, and I think you can do so. Let me double check here. Character sheet, spells. You can't just click spell attack bonus on there. So if you can click like produce flame or produce flame will probably work in the attack characteristic. That'll give us an attack roll.
Okay.
Okay, 22 is going to miss.
Okay.
Quick note, I don't know if anybody else is doing the math, but just to make it quick pace, 23 is what you're aiming for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And can I do a second one of those since I have extra attack and where is it?
oh,
I have Warcaster, or is that only a?
yeah, you don't get a second. You can't cast a second spell as a bonus action. You can cast a bonus action spell.
Like, gotcha.
Like Shield of Faith, Healing Word isn't a paladin.
Why do I not have Shield?
Healing Word is not paladin.
Yeah, no, it's Cure Wounds.
Right.
Is paladin. Okay.
All right. Nope.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So, Chad.
What is Chad doing?
Apply it in. This character sheet's messier than the last one.
Okay.
Oh no.
On a scale of 1, if you were to rank this on the 3 character sheets you have seen,
The boy is sloppy. I would say that Hezrod is definitely the sloppiest.
yeah,
He's
He's
still
been running the longest though.
He
and
still
has
the
28
horn.
weapons and stuff.
He
Yeah.
still has the Horn of Valhalla, right?
I'm
And
not,
it still has charges.
I'm
He's not the one with that.
No. You only use it once.
Oh,
Oh, that's a Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
Wait,
you are definitely playing Chad.
wait. I can fix that. I can fix that.
No.
Yes,
Can you?
I can.
Oh yeah, right.
Boom.
Oh.
Okay.
Boom, bitch.
So on an attack roll, which I can say that you can spend a single the new roll must be used and cannot be rerolled. Got it. So then.
Yep. I do. I just pluck on the harp. Boom, baby. Woo.
The second
That's
attack
not the
will
sound a
miss.
harp makes.
Sorry,
He is going to
Cling, cling, cling.
I've
might.
never played a harp. I don't know.
Why doesn't he have?
What?
But why doesn't he have Divine Smite? There we
He
go.
probably
He
rolled
should.
it.
Okay.
No, he had it. Yeah, he had it.
Yeah.
So it'd be plus 1 more d8, so I'm going to use that one there. He's
Yes,
not enlarged.
and-
I don't know why he had that selected.
He was at one point.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. All the damage rolls we've rolled so far, I'm ignoring them.
Okay.
Okay. So, first things first. Divine Smite. Why
It's
does
2d8 for 1.
I know what it is. You just should
Okay.
have an auto link on it. Like if you drag and drop Divine Smite into the thing, or use the character creator to make the character, it automatically does this. I don't understand why. It does.
You can also add it to global damage modifiers.
No,
if that's
yeah,
on the
I
sheet.
know, and it should have 2. It should be 1 versus normal and 1 versus feats, and it doesn't have that, my friend. What I'm telling you is the sheet's messy, and I don't know how this happens. So 13 is the smite damage. Now I'm going to click the damage button again, and this is going to be real. Okay, this is it. This is the damage. So 19, 29, 39, 48. 48 damage.
Woo!
All right.
Knew you could do it.
Solid hit and an apparent annoyance for the Baylor.
And the 10 fire damage, is that everybody or just the one that attacked it?
He's taking 10.
Okay.
If you attack it, or it starts its turn and you're adjacent to it.
Okay, gotcha.
Brain, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to give me advantage, so it negates the disadvantage.
Okay.
And attack.
As you should.
And I miss.
Damn.
All right.
Dang. Oh, I
Yeah,
have
it was a really bad
a.
idea to bring rain in.
Quick note: it negates the effect of the disadvantage. It does not negate the fact that you have disadvantage. So
Yeah, no, I got you.
You wouldn't have sneak attack.
No, I would because adjacent allies.
Incorrect. Read sneak attack. If you have disadvantage from the attack, no sneak attack. Period.
Oh,
Really?
lame.
Yeah.
I have a question.
God damn.
Yeah.
I have a
I
question.
distinctly remember that pain from when we were in the Dragon
Oh,
Shrine
yeah,
and we
that's right.
veered for like
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Oof,
Yeah.
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 John,
was
I
a
have
rough
a quick
fight.
question.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Not immediately, but for possibly future roles. I had inspiration on Zeke's. Could I transfer that inspiration over to Arya?
So, I didn't mean for inspiration to be character bound for this game. So, inspiration is player bound. There's no way you could have gained inspiration for both characters. One
So that means
inspiration
you don't
per
have to
player.
transfer it.
There's no transfer. Elizabeth has inspiration.
You can
she
use
can
it.
spend. Not
Okay.
the characters
So
have
I
inspiration.
can. So Arya has. I can use
Elizabeth
the
has
inspiration that I. Okay.
and can use it for whatever character she wants.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Zisho,
just generally put it on one.
it's fine. No, it makes sense. It's on the character sheet. Not many games have
Yeah.
multiple players in a
Yeah,
gestalt
that's
fashion.
why that's why I was asking.
You're gonna get a
Yeah.
turn, Zisho. Don't you worry. Okay, sure.
Before Shisho goes, I'd like to use.
I'd like to ask you a question, actually. I'm just
Wait, I have
thinking.
Actually, before Jijo says anything,
I-
I have one question.
I misread the look on Jijo's face. I think it was just nodding acknowledgement. I thought it was more like oh, okay, it's my turn. I want to go. So sorry, that's a misread on my part. Reading is fundamental, and I do
I have
it.
RBF. It's okay.
Fair.
Same.
Okay.
I live with someone who does that. Yeah.
This is why Jijo's coming back to kill us on Friday.
Go ahead, Jijo.
Oh.
Your turn.
Okay,
Finally.
so
Oh,
I'm gonna use my bonus action to. Wow, a 33. Holy fucking shit.
Nice.
Solid stuff.
19 radiant.
Oh boy.
And then I will use my action. Okay, is anybody hurt? Not really, right?
Not yet.
Donovan?
No, hasn't been touched.
Not
really much.
Okay. So then we'll just do this. Oh, that's weird. Hold on. Oh, Toll the Dead.
It's
is
the
that
really
weird
messed
shit.
up one. Yeah. Go ahead, just roll.
Okay.
It'll be
I have a thing.
3d12.
Hold on. I have a thing.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, awesome.
Roll your save.
Is the save really 28?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it is.
That can't be true.
It says it is.
You doubt the might of Shisho?
That math
That doesn't sound
can't
like
be
a way
right.
to treat a $20 a month
You know
patron?
what? You know what? Fuck it. The DC is 28, baby. I'm not even gonna roll the
I got
dice.
you, bud.
Not even
I
gonna
got
roll the
you.
dice.
Well, let me tell you this. I have a lot of bonuses from a lot of shit.
Sure.
I really
yeah.
prepared for this.
I'll be honest though. In my mind, mathematically, I can't see how you got to a 28. There's no fucking way.
Bloodwell Vial.
I
Robe of the Magi.
How many numbers is
God's
that?
face. This sounds like a lot of math.
Max Charisma.
How many numbers
I don't
is
know.
that?
What's
Just trust them.
I don't know.
John, what's the
you wanna do math?
save for the math? Like, what's the con save for surviving all this math?
I'm dead. I actually died. So you killed the dungeon master. The Baylor lives eternally, but it doesn't matter
Sorry,
anymore.
I'm so bad at math.
That's how we do it. We just throw numbers at John until he short circuits and we win.
It's a bonus action to
for next
throw.
week.
It's a bonus action to throw the star. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
I did Toll the Dead.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my brain.
Roll
we
your
killed him.
save, John.
I typically have a trauma response that's like, I just forget things. And so the math problem, I was like, no, that never happened. There's no
Trauma
way.
responses.
Oh no.
Spelia, you're up.
Oh, okay. Did the Baylor make his name?
No, we failed it. Fucking failed.
Okay.
Baylor can't make a
28.
75 wisdom save.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I have a question
Not that
about. I have a question about
I thought I did
your
math.
It's okay,
your
Shijo,
magma opus.
It's okay. It's just a cantrip.
Okay.
Cantrip with a capital C.
I have a question about your magma opus, sir.
Yeah.
So on the little sheet in your book, Magical Archives by Jonathan Dupree, buy it.
Oh my god, okay. So the Patreon is now become an advertisement. That's cool.
That's what it's always been, right?
Yeah.
So its slam attacks doesn't say that it does fire damage. It doesn't say it does any type of specific damage. Can I assume it does bludgeoning?
Yes? It doesn't say a damage type?
No. It just says I mean I can screen cap it. Let me screen cap it.
I mean, I'm going to the book right now.
Oh, okay.
While I'm remembering, so that you guys don't forget, I remember why I still had sneak attack. It's because my ooze makes me immune to poison condition.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I knew I had it somewhere, but then I was like reading everything. I'm like, I don't have it, and then I read that, and I did have it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that gives it fire damage is being within 5 feet of it.
Shisho looks like they're fretting about what I was saying about the DC.
Well, I thought I'm really bad at math, so I just want to
So, okay.
even like basic arithmetic.
There's a
I
5 in
struggle
there. There's a 5 in there that I'm missing. So here's what I want to make sure I get. Bloodwell's +3, right?
with.
You start with an 8 plus your proficiency bonus, which is a 5.
Right.
Plus your charisma modifier, which is a 5. So we're looking
Uh-huh.
at 18 there. Okay?
Right.
Plus 2 from the Robe of the Archmage, and then the +3 from the Bloodwell Vial, 23. I'm missing 5. So that's the
Outer
only...
Essence Shard.
Outer Essence Shard is being utilized as a spell focus?
Yes.
So you can't use that and Bloodwell Vial. That's why I'm getting...
Wait.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Okay.
No worries.
I mean,
23
Y'all
is
continue.
more... 23 is
Y'all
more than high
continue
enough.
your stuff. Hold on. I gotta...
Okay.
No worries. Belia,
What?
what were you were talking about
I
magma?
wanted to see if I mean obviously I can cast it, but I want to make sure that it's, either bludgeoning or fire just to be safe.
So this creates the magma opus, and it fluid form, multi-attack, You're right. It doesn't say damage. It should be. Should be fire damage.
Okay.
Is the intent.
I got you.
You heard it here, folks. That's errata.
Yeah, I'll have to update that for the next
Okay.
refresh.
So it is fire damage.
Yeah, all the damage on the magma opus should be fire damage, yeah.
Shit. Okay. Damn.
Let me double check the earth or fire elemental. Because that's kind of where I based it off of.
I got you.
Fire elemental. Yeah, fire damage. It should actually be called touch, not slam.
Okay.
That's my fault.
It's okay.
But you're not going to cast it then?
No, because if
immune
it's
to
fire against the Baylor, you know, that don't make a lick of sense. Fuck it. I'll try something else. I have a spell that I want to try.
He uses the dragon chessboard again.
Maybe.
Gonna love that.
It'd be easier here to deal with.
True.
There's
it
one
would,
target.
but
Yeah.
I want to make
I don't
your
have-
life as
I don't have a
difficult
Horn
as
of
possible.
Valhalla like army that's been summoned, and
True.
We can fix that.
no worries.
We could fix
It
that.
ain't been 7 days. We can't fix that.
Damn. I'm going to cast Glimpse the Unthinkable.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it at 7th level. I know it doesn't affect it. I just don't have 6th level spell slots.
Wisdom
Has
saving
to
throw?
make- Yes. DC 18. Oh no,
Just
19.
18.
It's actually 19 because I have 22 cruisers.
Don't trifle on the DC stuff, Tom. Let's move past that. It's not funny. So wisdom save, and
Yes.
I have magic resistance, so I have advantage on this.
Fuck.
So 27.
Fuck. Okay.
It
I don't
is
think
not
anything happens.
anything. Yeah, the failure takes half the damage,
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Yeah,
not
that's
confused.
interesting.
So
Wow.
73
That's a lot.
halved is 35, 36, 36.
I rolled pretty well there.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
that's a lot of more than half. I think the only
Yeah.
dice that wasn't was that last one, the 2. Solid
Yeah.
roll. Okay, at the top of 20, anyone who was poisoned from the
Wait.
shifting guts.
I want to use my bonus action to give Bardic Inspiration to Donovan.
Okay. Anybody who wasn't, or anybody who was sickened by the twist, condition goes away. It seems like we're kind of in a current state of flight. However, at this state, the Baylor's fire-breathing aura ignites outwards in a massive corona. Everyone is now considered to be adjacent to the Baylor for the purposes of its fire, and its fire intensity increases. That means that any attacks against it will cause it to burn. Kirillin, you are up.
Okay.
And to kind of observe this from just to kind of give you a visual of how it would look from outside of the fight, you're falling through a rent in the astral sea, and it's just this massive comet of a Baylor at the center of this gravity well that you're all tied to.
Okay. I will just take another bow shot, this time with advantage from the oath bow, since I'm no longer poisoned, correct?
Yes.
26.
Hits.
Okay.
27.
27. I don't... It's the oath bow. Give me extra damage. Hold on.
It's just the advantage, I believe.
It takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage, apparently, so I...
Oh, you
do
swore
not-
enough against it, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead and throw those. Yep.
So that's 42.
It was already wounded in the start of the fight. it is looking even more so. So it's bloodied off of the amount of hit points it had remaining from its problems. Donovan, you started your turn in the midst of the fight. Parallel, you were the first one after the comet shift. You'll be taking 15 fire damage at the start of your turn.
Okay, so as of now, got it.
Yeah. And then Donovan goes, he takes no fire damage because he's immune to fire damage. And he will go ahead and attack twice. First attack hits, second attack misses. And as I stated before, his fire damage seems to not care about the invulnerability that is possessed
what's
by
the
Baylor.
Bardic Inspiration? Would it be enough to let him hit?
Oh, he'd have to roll. What's the dice? Yeah, what's the dice on that bard?
I think it's a D12.
Roll it. He's using it.
Let me just make sure. Shit, I don't know.
And Jijo, no worries. No worries. Again,
Yes, it's a D12. Okay,
not a problem. I am bad at math, but I'm also
12.
Roll a 12.
I know where DC levels.
Yeah.
Like I knew you were over 20. I knew it was high. 23 is massive, but I was like 28. Shit.
Yeah.
I've got deities who have lower DCs, buddy.
Well, we are technically deity patrons, right?
Oh right, yes. Oh sorry, yeah. It is a
I should
DC
get a
20.
+5.
It is a DC 28 now.
For
Yeah,
that's the bonus.
that's it. So Donovan slashes, and both attacks hit. Really solid stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
God damn, this is gonna be silly. Okay, so it goes to it at the start of its initiative. Everybody takes 23 points of fire damage.
Yeah, dang it. That's a lot.
If you are adjacent to it, it's actually 32 points of fire damage. So it'll be 9 more than I just said.
Are we all considered adjacent?
No. So if you are actually adjacent, then the fire is tighter.
Gotcha.
If I have resistance, it's half, right?
Correct. And half round down.
Okay, perfect.
So, can I get that damage again?
Oh, sorry. 23 for the
Okay.
casters. Yep. 32 for the frontliners. It will use its lightning whip. I am going to, since the damage has really been coming from Philia, I'm going to slap her with the whip.
No, you're not. Stop.
He doesn't have a reaction. He's just saying no, please.
22 to hit.
I don't consent. Yeah, that fucking hits. Like
Go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Why?
Because I said so.
And you didn't say the safe word.
I thought the whip was a fire whip.
It is.
Oh, you said lightning whip.
Uh-huh.
And I thought it was wrapped around Donovan.
Well, no, it doesn't hold. It just kind of latches
I thought
in.
it held. My bad.
And then the Baylor will swing with his sword at Donovan. I think damage-wise, you haven't hit yet with a sneak attack, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you've been having a bad day. I'm sorry, Bubby.
I had a great day at the start. I messed up Raven up.
So what you actually watch happen is Donovan's kind of like just swung those two attacks and with like the inspiration kind of cut across the shoulder. The whip flies out, lashes onto Philia. Philia kind of like holds herself and kind of braces in the gravity. The whip kind of just like pulls off of her. It doesn't drag her towards the Valar. And then Donovan kind of raises his sword up in like a defensive posture of the old Aetan tradition. The big lightning sword comes flying in. Donovan quickly twists the blade in like a very awkward technique that you've never seen before. When the sword connects, it causes the Baylor's hand to shift suddenly, and the lightning sword goes flying off into the abyss.
Yes.
The Baylor is confused, but it made the weapon out of itself, so it can probably do it again.
Damn.
Just it hasn't done so yet. All right, so Arya.
All right. We're gonna do a bit of the same as last time. So it was produce flame. Nope.
These kind of waves of entropy are kind of being thrown in these cascades as they kind of exit out of the comet. There are these detonations. So as the comet's falling through the sky, there are these kind of pulses of purple energy kind of flaring out from it. Hadrius will Swing with the Holy Avenger twice. Miss. Miss. An advantage wouldn't help him here. Rain.
Dodge to get advantage. Or not dodge. Give up bonus action to get advantage.
Mm-hmm.
30 hit.
30 hits.
37 sneak, 10 piercing, and I don't know if he's immune to poison or not. So not
He's
poison.
immune to poison.
Okay, I figured, but just in case.
All right. Getting pretty low here. Solid shot. As you kind of catch onto the back of it, kind of using the gravity to maneuver behind it, stabbing it in the back. Its free hand kind of angrily kind of reaches up. You took 31 points, at the start of your turn. Hadrian would have taken quite a bit too. All right. Rain, you're done.
And what's the fire damage for hitting it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. 29.
Damn. That's a lot now.
I'm actually way bloodied.
You're in the heart of the fire.
Wait, did you say that I took damage?
Oh, sorry. Yes, at the start of your turn, you're a distance away, so you would have taken 17 points of fire damage.
Is that what?
It's at the start of your turn.
Before or after my resistance?
Before, so it should be happening. It's not because of your turn starting, sorry. It's because you attacked it, but you didn't hit it, so no, you're fine. No 17 damage. Ignore.
Okay.
So
yeah, I just went.
To reconfirm, if you hit it with an attack roll at this point,
yes,
ranged or otherwise, you take the triggering fire damage. If you're adjacent to it, it's 6d6. If you're outside of that space, it's 4d6.
If we're adjacent, do we take fire damage for starting our turn?
You take fire damage for it starting its turn, or anytime you hit it.
Okay, so I'd still take the 31.
Yeah, you took all. Okay. You took all the fire damage correctly.
Okay, I was making sure.
So Susanna, you are up.
Bonus.
Zoom hits. It kind of pierces through it, leaving a massive hole. Wow, a massive hole. And then your action.
Action. Okay, this is for, I guess, all of my allies, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 allies.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do with all that?
And we'll do this at level 6. Everyone gets 14 back.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, end of turn.
Elliot.
All right, I'm gonna try something stupid. I'm going to cast Shadow of a Doubt, 4th level. Also, Gathering Magic, Jonathan Dupree.
It doesn't have any spells.
What?
He doesn't have any spells. And I don't think he has any recharge features either.
It's techniques and spells. Oh, he doesn't have legendary action?
No.
Oh,
He hasn't used one yet. There's a lair effect that's happening, but it's not him that's doing it. It's the state of where you are.
But it's also class features, traits, or abilities.
It doesn't have any recharge.
Fuck!
Damn.
I need to read.
It's okay. Right. No, it's a good ability to use on a monster that you're not certain of. It's a good use of Shadow of a Doubt.
All right.
Available in Mystical Arc.
Just change the Twitch stream title.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to give Bardic to Donovan.
Okay. At the 20 mark, top of the 20, everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
29. Let's go.
18.
20.
18's on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 31 is good. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Am I missing someone? Oh, right. Donovan and
we all get +4 anyway. We're good.
Yep.
We're Gucci.
Donovan, Hadrius, and does the monster make the DC or the saving throw?
He doesn't need to.
Okay.
Can I use
He's
my
native.
inspiration for
Okay, gotcha.
that dex save?
That was for Chad, and then Donovan's fine. And so if you use it's fine. You take no damage, but what ends up happening, to explain the effect, as you're kind of falling through hell, falling through space, falling through the astral sea, these kind of shards of white kind of appear in your eye line and start flaring through the comet. Like you're kind of rushing through these motes of this white energy. And you all don't take any damage. You narrowly miss and kind of avoid each of these motes as it passes through. Whereas you kind of are slung through it. Pirlin, you're up.
So, slight confession. Apparently, I should have been attacking twice, and the Oath Bow has the 3d6 built in. So we're just going to call that a wash, but I will actually remember to roll twice this time. Still with advantage. Before I do that, I am going to cast Hail of Thorns at 3rd level as a bonus action before I take my attack.
Okay.
Just to add some extra damage in here.
I will note that it's going to affect all creatures in 5 feet or adjacent to it. It's not just allies.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see the each creature part. Never mind that part. I will just shoot it like a very basic bitch.
Hit.
24, okay. And
You have Hunter's Mark?
I do, but I'm rolling at this point already. I'm assuming
fair.
the 21 on the second one won't hit.
Right.
31 damage?
That's do you wish to kill it with that shot?
No.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'll shoot it in the eye or something like that. Not hard enough to pierce the brain.
It hits, and it seems to kind of knock it unconscious for a moment, but it seemed to kind of catch itself. It will regenerate on its turn. It has been this entire match. But before that happens, Donovan, seeing the opportunity, will attack twice. He has...
Inspiration.
Yeah. Roll a d12.
9.
The first one will hit. And that'll be enough to damage it. That will kill it. I need everybody in the area
Oh no.
It's going to be a burst here.
a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
24.
29, baby.
DC's 20.
10.
Gijo should make it with the Paladin Aura, so R.I.P. Elizabeth, I guess.
Doo, doo, doo.
It's so hard to say
I will
goodbye.
remember you fondly. This character that has existed for
For 3
Some
sessions.
some
I
period
think
of
we've
time.
only used it for 2.
Yeah.
Recess and job.
Like
But what a
2
2
and a half.
sessions it was.
Should live in infamy.
You're muted, Gizo.
Sorry, DC was 21. I'm bad at this.
These are still scrapes by.
Just burly.
Did Chijo roll?
Mhm.
Yeah, they rolled first. It's
Oh, sorry.
17,
21
but
with
plus
the 4.
4 for the Paladin.
Oh yeah, we all did good except Elizabeth.
Damn. Now who's bullying who, Jonah?
Okay, so if you fail the saving throw, you take 100 points of fire damage. If you're resistant to fire, it's 50. And if you pass your saving throw, you take 50 points of fire damage. As
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge
Makes
does not
it
work
0?
against it. Evasion makes it
Evasion.
0.
That's the word I'm looking up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what you watch happen is he kind of raises the blade up, and Felia's like, "You can do it, my king." And he brings the blade down into the chest of the creature. As it impales, the creature starts raging and kind of like throwing its entire body towards it. The hand where the sword was starts sparking with lightning, and the entire body just detonates outwards, enveloping everybody with this second wave of flame, as you're already contained inside of this fire, right? As the explosion takes you, I don't think anybody died, right?
No.
Okay.
Gijo, you're muted still?
Yeah, you're muted, Gizo.
Can I use a reaction as the damage occurs?
What's the reaction?
Guardian Angel.
Ooh.
Just to guard my friend, my paladin friend.
Yeah, that's fine. So,
I mean, I'm fine.
what level are you casting Guardian Angel at? 5th?
Yeah.
Roll a d10 and add your
Shit.
spellcasting modifier 5. Okay, so let's do the math correctly. So that would be a total of 14. 100 minus 14 is...
86.
half of 86 is 43.
43.
So you only take 43 damage.
Oh.
Because it goes reduction, resistance, take.
You took
Yeah.
50 last time.
Yeah.
Actually, no, sorry. I did the math backwards. You took 50, subtract 14 from that. It's resistance reduction. Take.
Oh, so
So
I take
36.
36?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Okay,
good.
so I'm just gonna...
Paladins, baby.
Indeed. As it detonates outwards and everyone's kind of enveloped in the flame, you're all scattered outwards out of the comet as well. But looking at it from a distance as you're being flung out into the astral sea, you can see Donovan's sword enveloped with the flame that kind of is at the heart of the detonation, and all of the body parts of the demon start pulling back inwards towards the sword. And it seems like the sword itself is this conduit for the blade. And as it's happening, pre-discussed prior to this, this effect happens where the second that it is dead, a signal goes from him to the team at the prison at Mundi. And Andres, if he's not the one in the throne, is near the person who is in the throne, ready to take a new prisoner. Andres is the conduit for Donovan to send the demon to Andres. And the second it appears in Mundi, the person in the chair is ready to shuffle them into a cell. My question to you is, and this is for Jonah only, or whoever chose to sit in the throne. If there's someone who chose to sit in the throne, I don't remember that happening. Did someone sit in it? It wasn't Brent, because Brent's character that did it left and came here. But nobody had taken and volunteered for that, right?
I mean, as our fearless leader on that side, I feel like
Andres.
it has to be Andres,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm sure will not have any repercussions whatsoever.
The demon general, servant of Grimnar, appears to you and is being basically your option to shove it into one of the cells. You know, due to discussion with the warden, that Ashmedea's cell is vacant. You know that all the other cells are vacant as you cleared them all.
Mm-hmm.
One seemed to be a presence of fire, Ashmedea. One seemed to be a presence of water, Darlathok. One seemed to be a presence of ice and cold and wind and air. And then one seemed to be the presence of earth, the Hydra. Which of these four chambers do you shuffle the demon into? It might matter for future games, but
yeah, preferably I'd want to put him in the winter cell, just so his fire is mitigated for whoever needs to clear out that cell for the next time.
Okay. Perfection. So as that happens and he's put to the cell, Andreas and company know that the mission is completed on their side. Successful. Start heading back towards the city. On Donovan's side, everyone's being shuffled out into this tear in the astral sea. Do you have any means of maneuvering yourself out of a plane that you are not supposed to be in?
Question. Has the ring recharged yet?
Which ring?
The ring to teleport us to our other counterparts.
So for anyone who has not swapped, it doesn't teleport, it swaps.
Swap,
Yeah.
sorry.
So you can throw someone else into...
Well, that's what I was asking. Does it recharge on short rests, or would it have not recharged for rain yet?
It would not have... No, I said that you get a freebie. So yeah, you can action swap if you'd like.
Okay, I will action swap and come back as Rain, or not Rain, as Rot. And then, let me open Rot's character sheet.
Plane shift?
Yeah, I'm going to see what the range on it is so I can try to get my allies.
They have to be touching you, I think.
Yeah, it's touch.
Okay, so we have Donovan, we have Araya, we have Hadrius, we have Susanna, we have Philia, we have Pyrilin, and we have Rot, so we have 6 other people, okay? So 6, that's a really good number. I'm going to put it to a random chance. I'm going to have you roll a d8. If you roll a 6, 7, or 8, you can get everybody. Otherwise, I will make the call as to who is who and who is going away.
Oh,
Oh, I got a 5.
Great. Perfect. Donovan being at the heart of the conflict is absolutely the furthest from the spread. As Rain kind of shifts, says Rot, I need you here now, and shifts into the switch, Rot appears not seeing the situation fully for what it is, but very quickly realizing there is trouble to be had. He acclimates himself to the gravitous nature of this falling space and immediately gloms on to the person closest to him, who was also relatively close to 2 other people. That would be Araya, Susanna, and I believe the person who cast a spell on them would be Philia. They were all kind of relatively close to one another, and he's able to kind of draw them to himself. And utilizing their momentum and their weight from them being drawn to him, is able to shift down this spiral of gravity to get to Pyrrhon and Hadrius. However, in this kind of twist downwards, it becomes very apparent that Rot will never gain distance on Donovan. They will eternally fall forever and ever, and Donovan will continue to trek out further away from him ad infinitum. It very, very quickly is apparent to Rot, but everybody kind of closely attached to you in this gravity space are egging Rot on to continue to try and catch him. So as Rot, you have the choice. Keep chasing him in hopes that you're wrong and continue falling after Donovan to try and rescue the king, or pull the card.
And like it's like one of those things where Rot's like in his brain, he knows he probably won't catch him, like to himself.
The mathematical equations are kind of spinning as you're kind of flying towards everybody, or flying with everybody attached to you, and you realize that you don't know exactly what's doing it, but the distance is he is falling faster than you are falling. You don't know if you're being dragged due to the people you're attached to. You're not 100% certain. If you'd like to try and figure out why you're going slower in this fall than he is, you can make an Arcana check.
All right. I'm gonna pitch a really terrible idea. How far away does it look like he is? I'm guessing it's very difficult to tell given the chaos of everything. But...
Yeah, distance is very hard to perceive. It's less than 300 feet and more than 10.
What if I were to try and tie a rope to an arrow, shoot him, and pull him in like an anchor?
Due to the kind of fast-paced nature of it, you're not sure that would work.
I actually might be able to get him.
Okay.
So
I will say with the 19, the thing that is holding you back from catching Donovan is everyone else.
Okay.
And due to the fact that you've connected with them in the space's nature, without teleportation on your own right, there's no way you can break away from everyone else.
Can I cast magma opus 300 feet? That's the range of it. Can I cast it in front of Donovan to catch him and then use its like strength to throw him towards us?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Okay, cool. The second the summon appears inside of the space, it's ripped to shreds. I was waiting for someone to cast a summon.
Quiet left.
No!
Okay.
No.
I'm going to have to pull a card.
It literally is just ripped apart. It just whoosh.
Fucking shit.
And as its pieces kind of coast past everyone, Rot, seeing Donovan flying off, pulls the card. He plane shifts. You plane shift to the material plane. And I believe that you choose the location. I don't think there's anything barring you from going to a place you know.
You innate willing creatures teleport. You can specify a target destination in general terms, such as the city of Brass, or then on the elemental plane of fire, or places that you appear in or near that destination.
Base camp.
Yep.
Got it.
And I have one more question.
Armskirk. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my robo starts so I can go to the astral plane. Is that where we were at, or we were in like not in a plane specifically?
I'd need another Arcana check. You know that it was something like the Astral Sea, but again, you were
Oh, I
getting
sailed that one.
yeah, you were getting there from a hell that is a subplane inside of that astral sea. So it's not that you don't know exactly where you were, it's that there's gradation and you're not sure what that means. So let me explain it in kind of like a simplified terminology. You've got a bubble, and inside of that bubble is a space inside, right? That space inside, for our terms, would be the hell that you were in. You have the bubble's exterior, which is the shell on the exterior. You're pretty sure you pierced that. Outside of the bubble, there's this
Infinite
space,
possibility areas.
but this space in between has all sorts of different things kind of moving throughout it. And also there's like air fluctuations around the bubble itself, currents that move it and the like. Your presumption is that it was this wild winds of the sea, these wild waves of the sea crashing against the bubble that you were in, that was throwing you all over the place.
I had one other possible plan, but if it's too late, that's fine.
What was the plan?
It's really dumb.
If it's dumb, we'll hear it.
My legendary item
Uh-huh.
was Iron Flask, which I can capture something that's in a plane that is not its home plane, but it only has a 60-foot range. So, would it be possible for me to try to pull Donovan into that flask and have him willingly fail his saving throw to pull him out of this nightmarish hellscape before we teleport?
I kind of set the range as anywhere between 10 and 300 when I set it, so I'm going to use that as my metric. Go ahead and roll me a d30. / roll d30.
Can I bardic inspiration?
No.
Nope, he's super far away.
270 feet away is where he would be by the time you came up with the Iron Flask plan.
Alright.
Damn.
It was at least a creative idea. I tried.
And I tried to warrant it a possibility of working.
Yep.
If you'd rolled a 6 or less, he would have been in a bottle and safe and fine. But in the world we actually live in, well, in the fake reality we're creating that has its own canonicity, Donovan is lost to the void of the astral sea, and you appear in Armskirk, Rot kind of like just finishing the spell, and you all kind of standing there, having seen Rot kind of made the executive decision to plane shift you away. Hadrius is furious, but doesn't say anything because Chad's not here, and he leaves. Like Chad had stuff coming.
He leaves like Chad.
I just he went for milk and cigarettes, and he just never came back. Okay, my dad.
Toxic.
So mean.
I love you, Chad. If you ever watch this, I miss you.
Just for fun, I rolled another d30 and got a 6. So apparently, I should have just kept trying, and we would have been.
Yeah, because it gets closer the more d30.
I unfortunately already used my DLC inspiration, so.
Yeah.
Damn, that fucking sucks.
Rip.
I'm so upset.
So
I mean, like,
magma opens
honestly,
the door.
I don't know if this is kind of rude, but like, I didn't feel emotionally attached to Donovan, so.
Yeah. I knew a Donovan Sloan back in the day, and the only Donovan Sloan that I know is named Joe Orbick, so fuck this pretender, right?
Rain is or not Rain. Rot is in tears.
Oh.
Bella is a little sad.
Aww. Okay, well, it's like that one. It's like, oh, they died. Oh, well,
they died.
Well,
I think if given the choice between failing the mission and getting home, or succeeding in the mission and being lost in the astral sea, Donovan would have chosen the way things worked out every single time.
Susanna cries like a single tear.
He was selfless.
in the immediate aftermath, Armskirk and the denizens therein move into the Black Fens in the days thereafter, searching through it, ensuring that the Bastion of Broken Claws is completely and utterly sealed. And also, they go back to the Grimnar Temple, and at this point, due to the general's demise, are able to close the rift. The Comus Palatinus, the Holy Knights of the Osirian capital, move out of Armskirk after that point, continue up the King's Road, up towards Mundi. They actually would pass the second party on their way. The second party arrives back in Armskirk and are made aware of what has happened. Plans start to formulate between these diligent heroes to determine what can be done, if anything, regarding Donovan's ultimate disappearance. And isn't certain whether or not he passed or was in some way kind of shifted off further from anything that could be considered a mortal coil is undetermined as of yet. But I know that one of the main proponents for trying to find him, and someone who probably dances into the astral sea a couple of times beyond that day, would be Rod. The weeks...
And Andres could do it too.
Awesome. The days after, the 6 days after, like next few 6 days after, the main thing that happens in this span of time is that the train tracks that were being built along the King's Road continue, having been delayed for several months due to the denizens in and around the Black Fens and the Bastion and the Temple. Now that all of this evil has been sealed, people start to move up from Bellum, wary after the destruction of a part of that city, and looking for better venues to elicit their put forward their wares, as Bellum has become a bit of a hard place to kind of keep anyone feeling a sense of safeness in the last year or so. There are reports and rumors of floating castle in the north. Most of these reports are kind of made by the Orcs of Darkflame.
To Darkflame?
The investigation into this floating castle by the heroes, the retinue of Donovan, the Fallen, are tenuous at best. No castle is found, but many people have explained that they have seen it. In fact, later in this investigation, it's learned that some people say that people fell from the castle.
Can confirm.
Same.
The matters in Moodus tend to fall to a bit of a calm in this time after. Not so in the Astral Sea. Donovan falls for some time. Not quite sure where he is at all, but very quickly understands where he is and what his fate is, as the fall ends with him hitting ground harshly and realizing that he is on one of many small cavern-like structures that settle in the downward pathway known as the Abyss. And that's where we'll leave off the Patreon story. Yeah, I figured it would end pretty early. I kept on looking at the Baylor, thinking about it. I'm like, these guys are going to smoke him even without summons. Thanks for watching, those that did. And the next Patreon series, when it comes up, will probably be Cyberpunk. So keep an eye out for that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.